Hey guys, we all know what this is. This is a MJX Hyper Go, and MJX Hyper Go are really amazing cars. They are fast, durable and handsome. So if you're not familiar with this car yet, go watch my other review videos because you will be amazed about the capabilities and the durability of this car. But in today's video we're going to answer one of the biggest questions everybody has about the MJX Hyper Go. Stay tuned. So this is the MJX Hyper Go, the 16210, and these cars are really amazing. So the platform or the chassis of the car is the same, and you've got a lot of different body types options and wheel options. So this is the 16210, and in today's video we're going to answer the biggest question. Because the Hyper Go cars are really fast, they are really durable and everybody loves them. But how is that possible? So in today's video we're going to completely strip down this car and look inside every component there is. So I'm going to start with removing the body and the wheels. The car has ball bearings throughout, and as you can see there's one here and one on the other side. So this is the standard 12mm hex that holds your wheel in place. So now it's time to remove the electronics. This is your standard 45 amp ESC, and these work pretty well if you ask me. So here is your separate receiver, and it's got 3 channels, and you've got 2 extra ports if you want to use lighting, for example, or extra cooling fins. And here is the standard servo. So the next thing to do is removing the motor. But before you can do that you have to remove a million screws, because this piece is going all the way to the back and also this piece is going all the way to the front. So before we can remove the motor we have to disassemble the rear section. Here's the rear bumper, and this piece actually functions like a spring. So if you're driving backwards and you're hitting an obstacle, this will bend a little bit and it will reduce the impact onto the car. This is the rear section, and this is a vital part, because this holds your wing in place, this is your body post, and also the shocks are mounted onto this piece. Also now we can access the rear drive shaft, and as you can see this is pretty thick, and here is your ball bearing that normally sits inside there. And now we can remove a million of screws from here all the way to this part, and then we can access the motor and we will be able to access the rear differential. Here you can see the big piece that is covering the main drive shaft, the motor and the rear differential. So this is the rear differential, and yeah, everything is made of metal. You can see the ball bearings right over here, and the housing is actually made of plastic, and that's a good thing because plastic is more lightweight and therefore there's less stress on the driveline. Also, if you look over here, you can see the big spur gear also got some holes in there, and that's for reducing the weight. On some different websites you can buy the improved parts, you know, that they are solid metal and they are even better, but don't do that guys, because it will just give more stress onto the motor and onto the gear, so don't do that. So now you can easily remove the motor, and as you can see it's a non-adjustable motor mount. So now I am going to remove the drive shaft, and then we are going to continue with the front. This is the metal spur gear, and as you can see it's got ball bearings on each side, and this is your main drive shaft, and this thing is pretty thick. So now I'm going to flip the car around, and then we are going to proceed with disassembling the front. Here you can see the front bumper including the LED bar, and this piece is just like the piece in the rear that absorbs any impact if you're hitting an obstacle. So that's pretty nice. Here's another piece with a lot of functionality. So these are your body posts, your shocks will be mounted onto those screws, and these holes are used for holding your upper arms. So now we can access the other screws so you can remove this entire black piece. This is the piece that covers your diff, and it also holds the transfer gear from your main drive shaft onto your your front differential. So if you look at the differential, this is exactly the same as the run in the rear, so they are interchangeable with each other. And that's also the same for the drive shaft. So these are the same from the left to the right, to the front to the rear. So that's pretty nice. But why are these cars so good? Well, I think that it is a combination of parts choice and also material choice. For example, the chassis is like a hard plastic part, but the arms is made of a very flexible material, and that's beneficial. If you're hitting an obstacle, normally the flexible plastic won't break, it will just flex a bit and then go back into its original shape. But this main chassis needs to be stiff, otherwise you could have problems with your gearing or your main drive shaft, for example. So this piece needs to be very durable. So overall, this car is built very well. All the very thick parts, as you can see right over here, and also with your spur gear, that they have made it a little bit lighter instead of the heavier ones that you can buy online. You know, this just reduces stress on the driveline. The same story with the differential. You know, you can buy the all metal ones, but don't do that, guys. You know, the plastic housing of this one is more lightweight, so it reduces stress on the car. So is there anything else to say? No, not for today. Alright guys, that was it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. If you got any questions or suggestions, or if you want to know something about this car, please leave a comment below, guys. Alright, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.